Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔. We talk about investing, finance, and professional women. As the current time of 3:25 p.m. on Eastern Time on July 12th, Ethereum currently at $1,041, down about close to 5% so far. Respect over the crypto market on this Tuesday afternoon so far, seems like the sell-off or the de-escalation, has been intensifying so far. And with respect to the equity side, we are across the board down about 1%. In comparison to this morning, it was down about 0.4%. As we're heading on to obviously the corporate earnings that we're expecting from the financial sector and obviously some selective consumer sector stocks as well. And on the crypto front, I would say there's a couple of negative news, right? So one is with respect to a hedge fund, 3AC, which is a crypto focused hedge fund that recently went belly flopped. And it seems like the hedge fund manager and the founders as well have gone missing. And now the investors or the limited partners of the fund are now trying to find ways to recuperate the assets. So seems like there's something fishy going on. Obviously, maybe summertime they took the early vacation, or maybe they make an excuse to get on their yacht and be in the middle of an ocean, so they don't have service. But that's just an excuse that I'm just making things up hypothetically as well. And with respect to other news that I'm seeing across the spectrum, seems like Microsoft, which is a relatively a needle driver on the equity side. It seems like based on the recent verbiage from the CEO, it seems like with respect to the corporate finance front, they are planning on cutting a small percentage of employees as a new fiscal year begins. So ideally next year, right? Not anytime soon, obviously. And with respect to the other news that I'm seeing in front of me, is like more just a foreshadow on what's going to be happening tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. on the Eastern Time, with the CPI report that's coming out. So we'll see how that goes. And obviously, people are typically going to be sell the rumor, buy the news before it happens, or try to adjust things before it actually happened, right? So across the board, obviously, based on the investor sentiment, as we've been observing collectively today, with the VIX being high, up 5%, which is indicating that there is a relatively high fear among the ecosystem, driving sell-off across the entire market, right? So right now, Ethereum has broken below 1,050. We're $10 below it right now. And at the same time, we're about to form a death cross, right? So it's very logical that we will see some negativity coming up. And I think in the next 12 hours, it's going to be quite interesting to see us crossing down. And then as we cross down, I think breaking 1,000 and heading down to the three digits again, at 950 all the way to 750. As the inertia of the RSI is also leaping down as well. Seeing lower levels, especially the three digits again specifically, this is going to be more and more likely as the time passes, right? And with respect to tomorrow, if we're going to see some sort of a negative results, right? Let's say the CPI report come out to be very negative, and is saying that inflationary pressure is intensifying, which based on the previous reports, has been the case, right? We will ideally be seeing more elongated torture all the way until, obviously, with respect to an FOMC meeting. And investors going to psychologically, use emotions to obviously, triangulate into the price level. That, with that elongated time separation from the CPI report, let's say is a negative one, dragging all the way to, obviously, the FOMC meeting, can be a relatively, negative, elongated torture that we might experience going forward. So seeing lower level than 750 to even 575 can be a possibility, right? But all the way until then, right? Let's say we get all over the hump and we pass the FOMC meeting, and it's all copacetic. We do have a gap, right? In August and all the way until late September, until the next subsequent FOMC meeting, we should technically see some sort of a natural rebound just based on the technical front, especially knowing the fact that the weekly and the monthly are both indicating a reversal is about to happen as we get to a lower level first on a daily. So in short term, again, it's going to be negative. Long term wise, and I'm talking about not like super long way, should indicate positivity. Bitcoin as well, again, right, with respect to the monthly chart, is plateauing and also large separation. Weekly as well, finding some sort of a plateau at 30 out of 70. Daily at the moment right now is looking to cross down, right? So I think Bitcoin, with respect to the level of sell-off that we could potentially reach to, based on the large separation that we have, I think seeing 1750 as the bare minimum all the way to 15,000 can be a possibility. And I would say this is applicable on the entire crypto market. So is other stocks as well, right? With respect to, just like look at Tesla for as an example, down 1.31% so far. It's very similar, right? You could see that we're about to cross down, and at the same time plateauing as well, right? So as we cross down, which I don't foresee to be a significant one, but coming down to like somewhere maybe 650, all the way to even to 620 is a possibility until we cross back up, right? And if you look at that on a weekly perspective as well, it's the same thing in comparison to the crypto side of the house, right? So same thing. So as we get closer to the CPI, the FOMC meeting, we get over that short-term negativity. Long-term wise, again, not a super long-term, but like, weeks and months out, we should ideally see some reversal from here, okay? So it seems like we're bleeding as the market closing in 30 minutes. It is what it is, and I think it's just logical, and I think this makes a lot of sense why we are acting the way we are. So no fear, no need to panic. I think this is very logical, and let's march towards the main events tomorrow with with optimism and with obviously with I guess bravery in a way. Contingent on how much you're holding, and I hope we can get out of this copacetically. Let's just put it that way, right? So appreciate you. Have a good day, and let me know how it goes. Take care. Bye.